What is up and welcome back. All right, we got a lot to get into. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's get into a little bit of everything. Let's go ahead and get started. So, our drink of the day is called Tropical Fantasy and is called Mean Green Lemonade. And it is a strong boy over here. I have got it melted down with some ice because it is super strong. So let's try and water this bad boy down and take a drink. Okay, so I seen this brand. My friend had brought it back for me from Louisiana, and I seen it today. I went to the city to run a couple errands, so I'd seen this before from Louisiana. Sorry guys, I got this playing. So we got a super chat coming in from Foodie Beauty's channel that says, "Can you not see what your subs say? Please get help." I don't think she cares, little buddies. I don't think she cares. So, basically, this is just a lemon lime lemonade. If you see this, there are so many different ones. We have some other ones to try. And yeah, it is just, it's $1 and it is nice size. Now, it's kind of like a Kool-Aid, so just a heads up. I put mine over ice, like I said, because it definitely is a strong boy and needs watered down. Where are you going, Foodie? Don't go anywhere on us, buddy. Okay, and then at the end of the video, if it's not too long, if it is, we will switch this over to the next video. These are the Nerds Gummy Clusters. And it says, tangy, crunchy outside, sweet and gummy inside. I have not had these. And I used to love Nerds when I was a kid. If you're from a different country, I don't know if everybody has Nerds. These are the Nerds here. And they're just a little hard, just kind of candy crunchy bit. They're not chocolate. Sorry about the nails. I went to them to get done today, and the nail salon was closed, so I was like, wow. So, yeah, we're looking pretty rough and rugged, but I'm going to get them squared away. I know it is a sight for sore eyes. Let's get in and get to what is shaking and different things, and we will get to Foodie. So, I talked to Monty Stories from the internet, and he never knew who Miss Wonderful was. Miss Wonderful is, in my opinion, not so wonderful if you ask me, but that is just my opinion. So, I don't know how else to say this, but just blatantly come out and say what it is. So, the other morning, I was lurking around when Foodie had disappeared to see if Foodie was back. And you know how you get, like, recommended channels you might like? Miss Wonderful, we're going to call her that for YouTube's sake, popped up, and I was like, you got to be crap in my canoe. So she was live, and I was like, you know what? I covered her a couple times. I accidentally erased the videos. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, I had covered her a long time back. And she's quite the character, too. A lot of the things her and Foodie have in common lately, if you catch the old drift here. So the other day, it's morning, and she's up, and she's grumpy, and she's just, you know, spilling the beans and telling it all, and she says she has a ingrown, then she possibly slips up along the way and says possible boil on her vajanky, as Amber would say. I was like, whoa, that is some serious information. So, she says she has had one before, but not in the vajankle area. So, I was like, people are like, you need to get in the bath and take a bath and work on this thing before it becomes a nuisance even more. She had the great black tank top on. You know, I don't like to talk about people's clothes, but when they are pouring in the cash, super chats, memberships, we know when their money goes to other things, they can definitely afford some clothes. I think that probably 75% of her content I've watched, she has the good old infamous black tank top on. You know, I really wanted to, like, say, I love your shirt just to be funny, but I was like, nah. I don't even want to type in here. So I lingered around for a minute, and then I talked to Monty Stories from the internet, and I said, Stories, do you know who Miss Wonderful is? He said, no. Who was that? I was like, all right. I was like, how do I, where do I even begin? That's like people that, you know, are new, that I know in outside world that I try. They're like, who is Foodie? And I try to explain it to them, and I'm like, dude, you just got to start watching videos and really bust into it. I showed Monty the channel. It's called George. Hold on a second here, and I will tell you exactly what the channel is called. So they do like a clippage channel, like a snippet. George Glass Me Earth. Right here. So, great channel. I've watched them forever. They're super nice. They do kind of like, you know how King Cobra JFS has like these live long streams, and our girl here, they kind of like break things down like Says Who clips and things like that. So anyways, let's get into everything else, get everything else covered, and we'll get straight into Foodles. So Amberlynn is MIA again today. Excuse me, and was supposed to have a live stream. What is it? Tuesdays and Thursdays are the day. So, she missed Tuesday and said she would be coming back today, which is Wednesday for her members only chat. Well, she does a community tab saying that Thursday, which is technically today since it's past midnight, that she is going to do a 4-hour live stream. I'm like, what is this going to be about? I've been keeping up with Amber a tiny bit, but you guys, I just... Amber just really... Well, not that Foodie has too much to say these days either, but... At least with Foodie, you never know what you're going to get. But with Amber, it's just literally sitting on the couch, bickering with Becky, and that whole saga. And I'm just really not into it, to be honest with you. So I do keep my eye on it for us, but it's just, I'll tell you to check out that I do watch for Amberlynn content. I watch Jetson Austin. Jet is absolutely hilarious. Now, I've mentioned Jet before, like I said. Now, if you go to Jet's and you are already subscribed, I know some of you are. If you are not, tell her Kaya sent you. If you do, go check her out. It's Jetson Austin. Now, I want to be very honest. She is like me. She does not sugarcoat things. She is very blunt. She calls it how she sees it. Jet is pretty funny to me. I really like Jet's, the way she, Jet's very sarcastic, and she really calls it like she sees it. So, if I don't cover things Amber, I go check out Jet. Jet is also on vacation at the beach with her family, and I absolutely think that's awesome. So, Jet, I don't know if you'll see this. I highly doubt you will, because you're with your family, having a great family time. But Jet, I love your content, buddy, and have fun at the beach this week. It's beautiful. She did a live stream, or excuse me, just a video, and the beach was in the background, and I was like, oh, Calgon, take me away. I don't know if you guys remember those old Calgon bath commercials. It was like for Calgon bath products, but it was like, Calgon, take me away. That's all I could think of. But Jet's really great. She's a great family woman. She has kids. Speaking of kids, I'm going to go ahead and shut something down right quick. I try not to pay attention to rumors about me, but I want to go ahead and shut this down because it's kind of a serious rumor that I don't want to go any further, and I don't even know where it came from. Guys, I don't have any kids. I don't know if maybe somebody got confused in the story time. Those were my niece and nephews when I talked about the story time. I don't have any kids that are taken by anyone. I've never had any kids. So I just want to nip that in the butt right quick. I don't have any children. I've never had any children taken away from me. My tubes are tied, just a heads up, so I won't be having any children. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, and I, suffer from depression, PTSD, anxiety. I have narcolepsy, you guys know, and the list goes on. And I've also been through a lot in my life as far as, substances, and I didn't want to bring any children into that. So that is, why I don't have children. I, just was a mess and didn't want to bring kids into it. So heads up, I don't have any children. Nobody's taken any children from me. I haven't lost custody of my children. I want to nip that in the bud. I've been really trying not to address things that I hear about me, but that's kind of a serious thing that I don't want to get, any further than what I've kind of seen it here and there. So one more thing and we'll get right into Foodie. Another thing is, please do not email me about when is the giveaway. Can I do extra things to try and win the giveaway? If you email me trying to, want to win the giveaway, you're going to be automatically discluded. My giveaways are 100% fair to everybody. You guys have seen if I've done them on a live stream, I've picked them out of winners that we do maybe trivia, or I've put them in a little box and picked them in front of you. I've showed you the names as I drop them in. My giveaways are 100% fair to anyone. Emailing me, asking me things, asking me when are they, how can you get extra entries, you are going to get disqualified. I do not mind when you guys email me, and I like that you guys email me. Some people email me if they're going through something serious, and you guys, when I have spam emails about the giveaway, how can I win, how can I win, how can I win, you're going to get disqualified straight up. My giveaways, I run them 100% fair to everyone. I am not rich. You guys see, I pick them 100% in front of you. They are not rigged. They are not, so just a heads up. Please don't email me about the giveaways. And please, I don't have any kids that I've lost custody of or there was somebody else. So let's move right along with that. And as far as that goes, I try not to address any BS, and I've really been trying not to. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I don't want anybody to think that I've lost custody of kids or have kids stashed away somewhere with somebody else, because that's not, and I would tell you guys if I did. I've been 100% honest with you with everything. I genuinely, honestly do not have any kids. I've never lost custody of any kids. The kids that were in the story time were my niece and nephews that I helped raise, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get to, and I'm sorry for addressing these things, but I was like, I cannot have people thinking that I got kids somewhere tucked away. Okay. So let's get into my notes, and we will go ahead and get right into the video. Now, the video has been hours at this point, so I kind of did some notes, and then we'll get into towards the end part. So, it is just another day once again. Foodles is back, and I want to make up, we got another member coming in, Karate Toe. So, speaking of Karate Toe, there is another person at an H on the beginning of toe. There was another person that got Karate. And yes, so I want to say this, that even if people are trolling, you are still lining her pockets with money. She is in a very critical point at her life and a very serious stage. And even if you are trolling, you are still giving her money, in my opinion. So, when I used to smoke the Chibas, the Mary Jane, the Devil's Lettuce, whatever you may have call it, my eyes never rolled back in my head. My speech was maybe a little slowed down, but from my knowledge, and I asked people that were around me when I smoked the Chibas, I never slurred. My eyes never rolled back in my head. Now, I can say that when I was on other substances, yeah, there might have been a little bit of eye rolling in a very relaxed state. But again, sorry guys, like these daggone gnats. But, no rolling back of the eyes to my knowledge. I've used to smoke a lot of cheapo, and I have taken edibles, and, no eyes rolling back that I can recollect. So, that's pretty suspect to me. I also noticed that people in the chat, not the patters, but a couple people in the chat were saying, you know, very strange mannerisms of only Chibis. Very strange. They also said that when they partaked in the Chibis that there was no eye rolling back either. So yesterday, she didn't want to acknowledge the knock on the door or really being MIA. She says she was missing in action because she was just in her room and she was just hanging out, eating, partaking in the Chibis, watching true crime, and doing internet substance counseling. I'm going to be 100% honest. Again, these are only my opinions. I want to put that out there. I can honestly say that I don't think the internet... Now, I've been at my counseling and my substance abuse program that I've in, and we have a, you know, little... I don't know if it's like an iPad or what. It's got like this thing over it, so I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of like a little device. And you ask different questions, and we go over different things like that. But I can honestly say, in the heights of my substance abuse, I honestly don't think that just internet counseling is going to work. I think that we all notice when she lays in bed, she gets very sleepy. I really honestly don't see Foodie sitting there reading stuff about substance abuse and counseling. But hey, that's just me. Okay. I noticed this yesterday as well, and the chat brought it up tonight, this evening. There are bruises again on the arms. Somebody also mentions bruises on the toddles. Somebody says, are those the bruises on your tots that were from a while ago? You guys, that has been a while back with the bruises on the tots. If those have not healed up, I think you might want to wonder what is going on with your health. Now again, you guys, I bump into things all the time over here. You see I got bruises. I got this little card over here sometimes that I hit my knee on. But the bruises were in very... you know, they were almost like hand marks again. So it says to me, is domination station around